my guns on, so when I reach the other side, I can show what it feels like to die. Bury me with my guns on, so when I'm cast out of the sky, I can shoot it down right between the eyes. Bury me with my guns on, so when I reach the other side, I can show him what it feels like to die. Bury me with my guns on, so when I'm cast out of the sky, I can shoot the devil right between the eyes.
What's up, guys? Got a dinghy here, and I have an ace tanker for the Super Conqueror, which I finally got after so long of waiting. I did buy the tank when 4.6 dropped, which released the Super Conqueror to the game, but I've only played about 18 battles in it because early on the meta was just so bad for trying to get that ace tanker that I just kind of put it off on the side burner, waiting for the meta to change so I can get this ace tanker, and hey, I got it. Alright, so some of you guys may recognize the situation that I got into, which earned me the ace tanker. I had I believe it was either the Type 4 or Type 5, where I basically did the exact same thing on Corellia that I did in this video. But we'll get to that later. Right now, let's go over real quick the ammo equipment and consumables I have set up for my personal Super Conqueror. For the ammunition, it is 18, 17, and 5. In the video, it's a little different. I don't know why I had it that way, but I did. Equipment, rammer, stabilizer, and wet ammo rack, because I hear it's still bad. I'm still working with that. And then the consumables is the normal loadout I use, automatic fire extinguisher, small repair kit, and large first aid kit. And for my crew, we have repairs always in training, 6th sense, smooth ride, brothers in arms, situational awareness, recon, safe stowage, and track mechanic. But I'm pretty sure that you guys didn't come to see me talk about my tank. You came to watch the video where I get an ace tanker. So, we find ourselves on Corellia. It says rain, but I don't even notice too much of that. We are in, I'm going to pause it real quick right here. We're in a battle against a few comp clans. 8th is the first one that stands out. There's also RTDR. They're, I think, in the same category for GTL, if I remember right. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. And then, I think what QC is, I don't know. It's one of those ones I don't see too often. But those are the two main ones that that stick out. And then there's also the RDDT guy over on the enemy team. So, I'm in a Super Conqueror. I got a Type 5 with me, a 50B, Waffly 100. I'm feeling pretty confident on going right around to where the K7, K6 area is. So, we go ahead and just go there right away. I'm hoping that the Type 5 is going with me. He is in 8th, so I assume that he's fairly competent instead of being just, you know, the random IQ, random player IQ. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, as smart as random players. That's what I mean to say. So we're just going straight over to the rock, watching the map. I noticed that there's a heavy still at our spawn point, and then one going north. Check and see who it is. 5100 is still there. I see the Type 5 is coming with us, so I'm happy about that. We got our light tanks doing their normal current meta as of this video, where they just rush out there and not care about position. It looks like the one furthest north is trying to do something. I don't know. But we get a shot to track us, and then we pen one. The Super Conqueror rushed out in the open, hit a tree, which slowed him down and allowed me to put one into him. We reload and stick our neck out again. There is another shot that came, and that second one from the blind was a high explosive round. So, either they got a derp gun or they're not too smart. Don't know. So, I noticed that there's a lot of blind fire, so I decided to prioritize that over the people that are lit, because I'd have to expose myself to the blind fire in order to have a shot on the detected targets. So for the most part, that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm just kind of feeling out positions, shooting into ones where I think they'll be. I notice that APCR, I aim a little bit low into the left, so I miss. He's actually right there at the top against the border of the map. Poke myself out again, look for a shot there, don't have one. Back up, because that was a lot of fire coming at me. Then I'm just kind of waiting. This Type 5 is right next to me. I notice he's getting shot a lot, so I pull forward again to take another shot and then back up for my reload. Trying to relieve some of the pressure off him a bit. And then right now I am getting upset because we have 3 light tanks right in a good spot to detect the people that are blind fire, or not blind firing at me, the people that are not lit shooting at me. I pull forward again, take a hit that was meant for the Type 5. See another one, and I finally land a hit on there. Don't know what it is yet, but it's out there somewhere in the unknown. So we're just still doing the same old. Poking out, firing a shot, waiting a bit. I'm really wanting these lights to actually, like, you know, spot and stuff like light tanks are supposed to do, but they're not. So I'm getting a little frustrated with that, so it's slowing me down on my thing. So we get hit by an HE on the E5, so I know that's who is detecting me. Now I know that the most likely level of skill that the E5 has is quite low, because he's firing high explosive at me when he could just be shooting my underplate that's exposed. But we get tracked by the E75. I look for a shot on the cupola, and I rush the shot before he gets to cover, and I just end up hitting the cliff in front of me. No big deal though, we have a really fast reload. So we fire again, hit the ammo rack. Really happy about that one. I kind of made up for the bad shot beforehand. And now all I'm doing is side scraping, waiting for them to make a mistake. There is a very, very small weak spot on the Super Conqueror where he saw me shoot at. And just, I was hoping RNG would get it. But we put one into the 75 again. Still getting upset at the light tanks because, you know, they're light tanks. Not much I can do about that at this point. So now it's down to me and the TD behind me, which I don't even realize is behind me because I'm just like, oh, well, it's just me. So they start pushing up aggressively. We'll put one into the baby waffle and track them. One of the Super Conquerors on 8th decides to push in, and he realizes that there's a waffle E100 right there, and he kind of backs up a bit. Put another one is the other Super Conqueror, and I just now realized that, hey, there's a friendly behind me. I probably shouldn't back into him. So we change our angle and back up more. I want to get hull down at this point, because I know if they can shoot my underplate, it's game over for me. If they can't, then I have a very good chance of winning this. The waffle does not back up like he's supposed to, though, and he dies for it. I look for the underplate on that, end up hitting the tracks. No big deal. He's currently immobilized, so less of a threat by him. Take out one of the other Super Conquerors. E5 comes around and finds a shot. Hits my upper plate or turret or something, I don't know, but we return fire and pen him. And he's backing up. So we find one on him, can't find it. Look for the Super Conqueror, nothing there. So we hold our shot. Now at this point, I also did not realize that my AP round count was low to start with. I think I only had 10 for this battle. So I didn't even realize I'm on APCR because I was so focused on the game. I'm trying to find a shot on that Super Conq, to get the kill shot. It wasn't there, but we hit the front of the side of the turret and get the kill on him and line up for the waffle. I overcompensate my lead for him because it was going to be a real quick one. Sometimes the server lag kind of spikes a bit when you do that, so I like to overcompensate, and it fortunately worked out in my favor that way. So now I'm alone. TD's still at base, so I'm thinking about pulling back all the way. But I'm kind of indecisive about it. 263's low health. So I decide to stay and be hold down because that heavy is still over there. I don't know if the others are with him or not. I check the health of the light when I see him get lit on the map. Double check the hit points are there. I get lit. So I turn my attention to the E5, track him, and I back up. He is not shooting HE, which I thought he would be, so now I know that I can just out DPM him, and it's GG. As long as he doesn't shoot me in the underplate, I'm good. He fires another HE round and completely misses, allowing me to get the kill shot on him. Winner, winner, chicken dinner, as they say. And I'm also watching the minimap because that light tank is trying to 1v1 to 263. It's either 263 or 268, I don't remember. But Artie tries to blind fire, finally showing some attention to me. So I go to some hard cover, type 5, looks like it's good. Light the Artie up, line up my shot, and almost one-shot him. Not quite there, but we fall back. So I, again, don't know what that heavy is doing. And since I'm alone, I really don't want to push into a 2v1 situation, even if they are low on hit points. Because if one of them can track me, the other one can kill me at this point. So I just wait. That's all you gotta do. Sometimes you just gotta wait. Patience. That's all it is. So I'm looking around, seeing what my options are for when I do push. I do a quick check to see if anyone's right around the corner, which I thought the other s.conq would be, but he's not. So I take the low side, which will help hide part of my tank, and I want to make it to the rock in front of me without being lit. If I can do that, I'll get an easy shot on that heavy tank and an easy shot on the Artie. But I get lit just before I go behind. I have a kill shot there, do a quick snapshot, couldn't line it up in time, so I miss. And I'll watch the Artie, since he most likely will have the first shot on me, just in case he's coming around to line up my shot. He's not. Then I notice our TD and Light are engaging, so I go ahead and push since he's distracted, and we get the kill shot. Then I turn my attention to the Artie, see if he's looking at me or the light tank. I thought he was going to turn to me, so I hesitated a bit. And as soon as the light went around, I noticed he was going uphill, so we get the kill on him, securing us a top gun for the match. Moving on to the results. We earned 51,000 silver on this, 5,300 XP, because it was our first victory. 6 kills, 6,000 damage. We blocked 4,000, got a steel wall on top of our top gun, and ace tanker. Now I'm going to skip ahead quite a bit. There was about 10 minutes of messages from 8th and RTDR. Some of it related to the match, some didn't. So that's going to be it for me. Just want to thank you guys for watching my video. You can also check out Clone Guy 72 and SpaceBANDIT. They also have a very good YouTube channel. If you want to watch me on Twitch, you can always check me out at 6 p.m. Central US time. That's -5 on the global time zone chart. It is always at 6 p.m. Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Tuesdays and Thursdays are always World of Tanks, and then on Saturdays I like to do just a different game. Currently I'm doing Shadow of the Tomb Raider, just came out this month, so check it out, and I will see you next time. Later.